Yo, what's going on, guys? Seth here with the Christ in Sports Podcast, and today we will be one step closer to finishing Proverbs and read Proverbs 30. So let's hop right into it. Verse 1. So the following words of Agur, son of Jakeh, the oracle. Yeah, whenever I see words like that, I just butcher them. The man's oration to Ithiel, and Ukal. I am more stupid than any other man, and I lack man's ability to understand. I have not gained wisdom, and I have no knowledge of the Holy One. I have no knowledge of God. Who has gone up to heaven and come down? Who has gathered the wind in his hands? Who has bound up the waters in a cloak? Who has established all the ends of the earth? What is his name? And what is the name of his son, if you know? Every word of God is pure. He is a shield to those who take refuge in him. Don't add to his words, or he will rebuke you, and you will be proved a liar. Alright, so pause. So this guy is acknowledging the fact that he has not gained wisdom. He accepts the fact that he is wicked and foolish. But then he asks this long question, right? All those questions. And the point is, God is the only one that has true wisdom and understanding. And then he goes on, he says, every word of God is pure. He is a shield to take refuge in him. Don't add to his words, right? Verse 7, we'll continue on. Two things I ask of you. Don't deny them to me before I die. Keep falsehood and deceitful words far from me. Give me neither poverty nor wealth, and feed me with the food I need. Otherwise, I might have too much and deny you, saying, Who is the Lord? Or I might have nothing, and still profaning the name of my God. Pause. So, this guy, he's asking people around him, before I die, make sure that I'm not a liar. Make sure I'm not known for being a liar and deceitful. But then also, don't let me have too much wealth in this world or too little wealth. That way, I might say he won't curse the Lord because of his unfortunate circumstances, but that he might also forget the Lord and praise himself for saying, wow, look at all that I have. It reminds me of a Lecrae song, Christian rap artist Lecrae. He says in a song, I don't want to get too successful because then I might start thinking that it's me that's creating the success and not you that's leading me. And then he further on goes on and says, Here, God, you take my pen, you create my rhymes. You know, kind of acknowledging that it is God. But continue on, verse 10. Don't slander a servant to his master, or he will curse you and you will become guilty. There is a generation that curses its father and does not bless its mother. That's my generation. There is a generation that is pure in its own eyes, yet not washed from its filth. My generation. There is a generation, how haughty its eyes and pretentious its looks. There is a generation whose teeth are swords, whose fangs are knives, devouring the oppressed from the land and the needy from among mankind. So, yeah, this is my generation. And by my generation, I also mean my parents' generation, my parents' parents' generation. But it's not a generation, but instead mankind who rejects God. Because we're all sinful, and we find ourselves we rebel against our parents. We put ourselves above all. We make ourselves selfish. We're self-righteous. You know, we're liars. We're gossipers. And that's pretty much what this just described, this whole section. Verse 15. The leech has 2 daughters. Give. 3 things are never satisfied. 4 never say enough. Sheol, a childless womb. Earth, which is never satisfied with water. and fire which never says enough. As for the eye that ridicules a father and despises obedience to a mother, may ravens of the valley pluck it out and young vultures eat it. So like that's kind of saying I'd rather. Jesus calls us to cut off our hands so that we may not sin. But yeah, this is what this is saying is whatever it takes to not fall into sin, do it. Do it. Verse 18. 3 things are beyond me. 4 I can't understand. The way of an eagle in the sky, the way of a snake on a rock, the way of a ship at sea, and the way of a man with a young woman. This is the way of an adulteress. She eats and wipes her mouth and says, I've done nothing wrong. Dang, man, I'm an adulteress, bruh. Because I do things and I say, where am I wrong in this? People will tell me I'm wrong for something. And I'm like, how am I wrong? Because I don't understand. The earth trembles under 3 things. It cannot bear up under 4. A servant when he becomes king, a fool when he is stuffed with food, an unloved woman when she marries, and a servant girl when she ousts her queen. 4 things on earth are small, yet they are extremely wise. The ants are not a strong people, yet they store up their food in the summer. Hyraxes are not a mighty people, yet they make their homes in the cliffs. Locusts have no king, yet all of them march in tanks. A lizard can be caught in your hands, yet it also lives in kings' palaces. It's kind of saying you don't need to be strong and mighty to be successful and wise and righteous. Right? These are all tiny insects and animals where it's like, yeah, you can destroy them, but yet here they are all these years later. 3 things, 29, verse 29. 3 things are stately in their stride, even 4 are stately in their walk. A lion which is mightiest among beasts and doesn't retreat before anything. A strutting rooster, a goat, and a king at the head of his army. These are the strongest things. If you have been foolish by exalting yourself, or if you've been scheming, put your hand over your mouth, for the churning of milk produces butter, and a twisting a nose draws blood, and stirring up anger produces strife. Facts 32. Wrapping up here. Quick video. You better shut up when you're praising yourself, right? That's basically what it's saying, which we've talked about before. But that's going to wrap it up. Very quick video. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please let me know down in the comments below, or DM me here at Instagram at Christ_and sports. Toodaloo.